All right, let's get into this one. It's a truly chilling story. Something a man named Saroj apparently kept locked away from everyone for years.
This is his first-hand account of something that, well, it just defies any logical explanation. And it all kicks off when he takes a job at this lonely, desolate highway shop. Little did he know, this place was going to change his life forever.
So picture this. Our story starts out in the middle of nowhere. Saroj goes to work with his cousin, Munallah, at this tiny roadside tea shop. And there's nothing around them, just wilderness and this weird ancient wall. And this wall, it wasn't just some background scenery. No, it's basically a character in this whole ordeal. It's ancient, from the British era, but nobody knows why it was built. How creepy is that? And built into it are these two small temples. The whole thing just casts this ominous dark shadow over everything. Okay, so check this out. There's this daily ritual. Saroj's cousin, Munallah, he makes a point every single day to light a lamp in the bigger, cleaner temple. But the small one, the dusty, neglected one, he completely ignores it, like makes a point not to go near it. And that little detail, well, it's about to become everything. So, then comes the night it all went wrong. It starts with such a simple request, but it leads to a mistake that could not be undone. This is the moment Saroj says he basically opened the door to a darkness that never, ever left.
And here's how it all went down. You know how it is, right? Saroj is on his phone, talking to a friend, totally distracted. His cousin yells out a warning, but he only half hears it. So, thinking he's doing the right thing, he lights a lamp and puts it right inside the Forbidden Temple, the one place he was warned to stay away from.
The second he does it, he feels it. Something is just wrong. As he's walking away from the wall, he gets this chilling sensation. He feels like his shadow didn't come with him, like it was stuck to the wall. Can you even imagine that? He literally said it was as if that wall had stolen my shadow from me. And boom! That exact same night, the payback for that one little mistake begins. Saroj gets trapped in this terrifying loop, a nightmare that just keeps repeating, and it feels way, way too real. I mean, look at this timeline. Every single night, it's the same thing. Midnight hits, he wakes up to this fierce wind and a voice crying for help. He's drawn to the wall, follows the voice, and then boom, he's so terrified he just collapses. He wakes up in bed, his cousin telling him it was just a dream. But it wasn't. It happened again and again and again. The line between what was a dream and what was real, it just completely vanished.
And if the nightmares weren't bad enough, something else starts happening. Something really, really weird. He gets this compulsion. Every single day, he feels this overwhelming need to buy sewing needles. Dozens of them. He has no idea why, he just knows he has to. It's just another sign that, something is seriously messed up.
Okay, so this is where things really escalate. One night, his cousin has to leave. Saroj is left completely alone at the shop, alone with whatever has been haunting his nights. And he just decides, that's it. I'm not running anymore. He's determined to figure this out, so he stays awake. And right on cue, at midnight, the cries start. But this time, instead of cowering, he grabs a ladder. He's going over the wall to see what's on the other side, once and for all. So he climbs this ladder, heart probably hammering in his chest, and he peeks over the edge. And what he sees just breaks his brain. It's not some monster, it's not a ghost, it's him. He's looking at himself. I mean, this is the absolutely insane part. He's looking at his own double, his doppelganger, chained to a rock. And this other Saroj is beaten, looks like he's near death, and his body is pierced with countless needles. And right then, it must have clicked. These were the needles he'd been buying. Mind-blowing.
And then this tortured version of himself looks up and begs, "Free me." What do you even do in that situation? Saroj is in total shock, but he feels this weird pity, and he just acts. He scrambles down the ladder on the other side of the wall to try and help him.
But in all the chaos of trying to get his double free, Saroj slips. And this is the key moment, the moment of the switch. He falls backward, onto the side with the rock and the chains. And his injured double, he falls forward, over to the side with the shop. And then, everything goes black.
When Saroj wakes up the next morning, he's back in his own bed. But the nightmare is not over, not by a long shot. In fact, things are about to get a whole lot weirder and way more terrifying.
First off, he has zero memory of getting from the wall back to his bed. But that's not even the worst part. He looks down at his own body, and it's covered in all the same cuts, the same bruises, the same needle marks that were on his doppelganger. The injuries somehow swapped places.
So you can imagine the questions just swirling in his head, right? Questions that still haunt him. Like, who or what was that double? How did he get back in his bed? And most importantly, whose injuries were now on his body? Did they actually switch places?
And look, this wasn't just some crazy one-night hallucination, because the haunting didn't stop. The apparition of that tortured double kept appearing, and now his cousin Munalal could see it too. It got so bad, so terrifying, that they had no choice. They had to abandon the shop completely and just run.
And that really is the heart of this entire terrifying story. It leaves you with this one final haunting question. The Saroj who's telling us his story, is he the original Saroj, or is he the doppelganger who fell to freedom, leaving the real Saroj chained to a rock on the other side of the wall? We just don't know.